Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. This is our Twitch recap from last week, where we were still fidgeting around with our new asteroid and trying to come up with solutions to this very interesting problem. Whoa, come on. Oh, let's say my camera's inside the rock. I was like, where'd my rock go? And it is autumn, my dude. Welcome to autumn. We had a very pleasant day today. Perhaps we should also see what it would take to propulsively bring it to low Earth orbit and see how much we can get with the Nerva. Exactly. That's why I'm making two columns. What is an Orcan, and how does your house get hit by a roof beam sticking inside the outside wall? Gee, that doesn't sound too good. Oh, Orcan is Europe's discount hurricane. Not much discount if it put a roof beam through an outside wall. That's pretty serious. Alright, so if we add a maneuver, I should probably focus view on Earth, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up clicking on something else. There we go. Alright, so if we wanted to get this low enough to aero capture, and here's my problem with the aero capture plan, is that we need to have enough with it during aero capture to then readjust the orbit outside of the atmosphere after the aero brake maneuver, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And we can right click on this thing and let's bring that up 11 meters per second, which is still ironically probably beyond our reach. So alright. Oh, come on, really? That's what we're doing? 161. I want to put that to about, oh no, 40 is risky. Let's just say we make a couple of passes at like 80, just to be safe. And so that is 22.9 meters per second. How's it going, Nimin? So, Alaric, if you could post those to Discord, that would be even better. Alright, so let's just say our aero capture stuff then nets us something reasonable, like a, I don't know, something our SKS shuttle could reach would be great. Oh yeah, 280, that's pretty reasonable. Kurgit, how's it going? Calculated earlier that each 1 meter per second would cost 70 tons of propellant using an HG3. Oh boy. 70 tons of propellant. Well, we can get, but I don't know, that's a lot of HG3s. Alright, so then we'll assume that we get all the way down here off aero capture, and then we need to boost that side of the orbit back up to circularize. Oh, come on. KSP, you're killing me here. And that's another 74 meters per second. 74.0. Okay. So let's just clear all those nodes out. Goes down to 37 tons using the Nerva 2, and that's per meter per second. Oh, buddy. Yeah, this is the number I'm terrified to see, but it's honestly the safer bet, because we don't have to have, well, if we go with the aero brake, we have to keep the vessel attached to the rock when it goes through the atmosphere, and then it has to have enough coming out after its last aero braking maneuver to then boost it back up. So it would have to go into its last maneuver with 74 available meters per second still on hand. Whereas, oh geez, I don't know if we can actually move this rock, y'all. Because that's 3,161 meters per second to propulsively scooch it down. But hold on, let me grab my calculator here. So let's just say 37 tons of propellant per meter per second times 3,161 meters per second is a total propellant load of 116,957 tons. I don't think that's doable. So you need 120,000 some odd tons of propellant, roughly. Yeah, plus the mass of the rocket. plus the mass of the engines, plus support structure, plus 10 Saturn cores to get some kind of avionics. Wow. Whereas really, if we do it using the atmosphere, we can get away with it with just under 100 meters per second of propellant, or of necessary delta V. It's just the timing is real stupid. But 3,700 tons of propellant, yeah. Why assemble it all at once? Well, let's say if we do a propulsive maneuver, we don't have to assemble it all at once. We can just keep sending smaller vessels until we get the desired result. Now, say, like I said before, if we go for aero capture, when we come out of that last aero braking pass, we need to then boost the periapsis back up out of the atmosphere, or basically we've just slammed this rock into the Earth very, methodically, which is the exact opposite of what I was trying to accomplish by embarking on this endeavor in the first place. So that is a tough call. But then again, well, launch a few of those arm probes with Saturn cores, have them bolt themselves on, and then start assembling the nervous stages to actually propel the asteroid. Yeah, it looks like a weapon of mass destruction. That it does. Wow, okay. That's quite a zoom in. I would say that this is easily a city killer. If this were to land on a densely populated area, it could be catastrophically bad. In the megaton range, perhaps. I'd say the only problem with launching a bunch more of these little guys to it is they all add just a little bit more mass that then the Nerva has to push. I'm very curious to see if the mining equipment works. And if it does, that makes things a whole lot simpler. We still need to put 2,738 tons of propellant up to do it with aero capture. That's, I got 3,700 tons. It's an initial braking maneuver of 22.9, and then another 74 meters per second to raise the periapsis out of the atmosphere and circularize, which a grand total of 100 meters per second, 3,700 tons, or 3,700 tons. Just hit it fast enough. We'll just belt it with smaller things until it decides to do stuff. Either put them in screenshots or, I don't know, off-topic, lounge. Really, you can put it wherever you want. You also have to keep the Nerva tug from burning up. That's the big problem. But if we dock the Nerva tug on the correct side, it'll be prograde up here, it'll be retrograde down there. Oh, but if it's retrograde down there, then it's facing into the wind. Eek. The logistics of this are making my head hurt. Honestly, I think the cleanest route might be to make sure mining stuff works. If mining stuff does work, we just put up a mining rig, a converter, a fuel tank, and an engine, and have it just continually mine the rock to slowly, propulsively capture itself after many, 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 many passes. But I don't even know if the mining stuff works. So I guess that's our next endeavor. Let me just take a quick save here. It might ultimately be cheaper to leave it in the eccentric orbit and just send enough science equipment to exploit it. It might, but this eccentric orbit is really, really tough to get to. I do have ion engines. Balance to match real ones, you need orbit manipulator mod to accelerate while on rails, otherwise not possible. Orbit manipulator mod. Oh, to do not physics-based acceleration while under throttle. It does. Actually, let me just verify something. I think, honestly, we're going to use the engines that we have on tap right now. Let's see, what's our 1 day 27? We'll probably just burn out what we've got and try to lower this a little bit, because that's, like, if we can move it a hair, it'll probably be safe from hitting the moon. Pulsified, how's it going? Remember, the stock drill can produce hydrolocks. Excellent. So I think we're going to go ahead and move around to this 1 day spot and just try to fire this engine. How the hell are we going to ullage our HG3? If we could just move it a little bit, keep the moon out of that, keep it from hitting stuff, I think we could be, I don't know, if we could get into the safe zone, then we buy ourselves a lot of time, because basically it's just a ticking time bomb right now. Where are we controlling from, I wonder? Alright, let's pull it there. It's also a TAC converter that can produce liquid methane. Don't know if such an engine will run on it, maybe the BE4. No aero braking? We're considering it. Aero braking is considerably cheaper, but the logistics are considerably more stupid. Control from here. No? Yeah, I guess we are. Are we on the exact wrong side of the rock? We are on the exact wrong side of the rock. That's fantastic. How's our battery? Looking good. 67 kilonewtons. Get lag, have fail. I think we got the Nerva 2, which is 400, and I think I have the bimodal unlocked now. We'll have to check, but let's get done with this little piece of business. Let's make sure we got thruster fuel. We do. Are those locked? Why is that locked? Why did I lock these? Come on. Click, click. There we go. Not so much thrust. 180 kilonewtons. Okay. Does the asteroid support fuel cross feed through it? Maybe. Engine is also not pointed through the center of mass. It is not. I don't think that we're actually going to move much of it. But we need to get it around to the correct side of the rock. So, release. Scotty, pull us away. Open up these tanks so we get all of our thrusters firing. And let's just go around this side. Yeah, so sorry y'all get to witness another amazing docking. I mean, you could just attach fuel tanks instead of new rocket stages. True that. I wonder, though, if we'd be running up against the maximum allotted runtime. That would be certainly not the best. Alright, where are we going? And way off balance is the other thing here. So basically, I just want to get around to a retrograde. We're going to try to point through the center of mass. I'm not sure it's entirely a thing. Various nerve engines has a runtime of something like 10 hours. Yeah, I'm very worried that we're going to be pushing that well past its maximum, considering the tonnage of this thing. Man, I think we'd probably need a cluster of them to do anything. They're like 9 tons apiece. Alright, I'll try to get through this as quickly as I can so we can just get in the VAB and start poking at stuff. But yeah, it probably would be a whole lot easier just to attach an engine stage mounted precisely in the right place, and then continually dock to it fuel tanks as necessary. Launch propulsive stage with Nerva, fuel tanks, and some docking ports. Launch new tankers until mission is completed. Yeah, hey, great minds. Great minds. Worst case scenario, mount the Nerva on a docking port, pull away dead Nervas and replace them. Yeah. No, moving this rock is going to get so bloody expensive. I mean, because I don't know if we're going to get any new sciencey bits from this. So it's really, you know, the things you do to save people. Ungrateful little bastards. Can you target the COM of the rock? Target center of mass. Ah, great. Yes. Might be worth it to send a crew up to experiment on it. Oh, it absolutely will. And if we can get it just clear of the moon, we might not worry about moving it very much. At least we'll try to get a crew to it first. And see what kind of infect it with the proto-molecule, and then say it would be dumped into the sun if it doesn't move. We'll just detonate a reactor nearby or something. Ah, excuse me. Ooh. All right, should be good enough. Now I need to approach through my target node vector, which is awkward enough. We need Miller. Add robotics, KS wheels, docking port, and the Kraken will do the rest. Alright, so I guess first we're going to try to find our retrograde vector. Or really, no, if I keep it here, then the target reticle through the center of mass should be through... We should be able to line up our two reticle thingies, right? Right? Someone please confirm. We gotta scrape our engine bell? Probably, but whatever. Let's buy ourselves a little bit more distance. And I thought they fixed the Kraken drive thing, but I don't know if that's going to do us much good because we can't rotate the dumb thing. Hey, our prograde vector is pointing through the target reticle, so that means our retrograde vector should be pointing through the target reticle. Let's, no, not surface, target. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Alright, let's spin it around. Of course, not the way I wanted to spin, but whatever, okay. Push it with 100 EVA Kerbals at the same time. So yeah, each Kerbal with the Kerbal attachment system can lift something like 1 ton. So if we got 300 Kerbals out here, they could just pick it up and move it someplace else. Put landing legs on it and dance with the Kerbal near those legs. Works every time. Now you're talking. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Hold on, let's get lined up. And then we'll just make sure. Oh no, I need it on the node, not the retrograde vector. Dang it. I would say, because our retrograde vector currently and our target center of mass are almost perfectly lined up. But not to the node. So we need to make a little correction here. Let's just cover it with landing legs and have a Kerbal just bump into each one of them, and the resulting explosion will slow it down a whole lot. Which basic RSS had comets, most popular like Halley's, etc. RSX Expanded had Halley and 67p. Oh. Yeah, I think my next playthrough, provided it's stable enough, will definitely include Expanded. Alright, we're getting the retrograde vector down through the node, kinda, just not through the center of mass. Figures, doesn't it? Alright. I should probably point to my angular something or other. Oh, yeah, I wasn't in target mode. 1.3.1, it seems very stable. Yeah, I think my next playthrough will probably be in whatever version is most current and also stable. Because that needs to be a thing. RP-1, likely. Did I go the wrong way entirely? I think I did. Landing legs would give the similar effect of the protomolecule's fake acceleration. Okay, there is my actual movement vector. Let's bring that over and down. We've gotten rid of it. Fantastic. I think maybe we should just go ahead and attach this thing. Pictures are uploaded. Thank you. You are a bold one. Just to confirm, 1.31 is very stable. Excellent. Very glad to hear it. Alright, so let's just point in at the center mass, and man, we're going to be so off, aren't we? I thought I was going the right way. It turns out I was not. So, that's the thing. Where are you going, dude? You want to point in kind of a correct direction? Maybe, perhaps? Oh yeah, there's our orbit retrograde. It's way down there. How long until we are at our node? 7 minutes. So I think we can correct this, right? We need to go up. I mean, up on the screen, up. Right? What will the end game event be when you decide to start a new playthrough? I don't have one as far as gameplay is concerned, but if the wheels fall off the bus and the game becomes unplayable or completely crashes and I lose too much save progress, then that will be my end game event. If it just if it conks out and dies entirely. I mean, if I have to start a new playthrough, then I might as well update versions and start over there, because I'll have to do that anyway. How's our time looking? 6 minutes. We actually just need to go ahead and get bolted on and get the engine firing. Let's just see how off my guesswork is. Not 3 meters per second. That's way too fast. My beer's in the way. Yep, just rewind history. Let's start fresh, y'all. Nice end game. Yeah, I mean, there's really like unlimited things to do. You can always send a different type of mission to a different something somewhere to do something. Destroys hard drive, leaves undetected. Y2K endgame. It's that bad, huh? Being like this many versions behind. I don't know, I was excited because this is the part of the game, RSS, that I'd never seen before. What with doggo proximity alert? Bring bacon. And how will I start a new game without a hard drive? How now? Alright, will you claw? There we go. I was like, how much claw do we have to get in the rock before something happens? Alright. And we can ullage things. Very unstable. 1 ignition remaining. This isn't gonna be a thing, is it? Doggos are working for you. Why not just have them destroy the hard drive? We're all rooting for your save game to keep working. It's great you're playing the last game of RSS because so few people get there. Oh, thank you. And wow, no pressure. So yeah, I was super excited to get this far in the game because I'd never done it before. And yeah, we're never going to ullage this HG3. Like, literally never going to ullage it. So maybe we should just eject it and let it go deorbit itself. Yeah, 55 asteroid engines because reasons. Add some asteroid engines, but you have to ullage the asteroid engines too. Like caster 120s for ullage. 5 segment SRBs. Yeah, this is not going to happen. So, no, that doesn't. We need to put a little fuel in that thing so we can ullage it to deorbit. Dang it. Ah, oh, so close, yet so far. What's our time? 2 minutes. Not bad. Out. Stop. Oh, wait, before we decouple, make sure the core's on here. Oh, it's got solar panels. It doesn't. Duh. Decouple. Oh, come on, really? Excellent. Alright, let's have just a little fun. That's the direction I'm looking for. Did I say we were going to deorbit this? I lied. Another crazy idea, you could kill its rotation and roleplay painting one side white, and then solar pressure would change its orbit. The course of decades. That's a very interesting idea. Target data. Alright. Let's do this. deploy the railgun. Kinetic impactor. Maybe? No, come on. Down, down, down. Let's just nudge it very gently. Oh crap, our thrusters are out of fuel. So, light it. What? Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Did we just hydrogen bomb our asteroid? No, it's still there. It just... What in the hell happened? Oh, hold on. I wanted to read that. Okay. Locking controls, blah, blah, blah. Collided. Guidance unit collided. I can't switch to vessels from here? And what orbit got altered that much? The head Principia gravity would have already dealt with it. Destroyed the core, so maybe it's still there. Problem solved. So yeah, our problem's still there. We just have to go to the Space Center, then jump back out to it. I've opened a wormhole. Travel to the future where the asteroid doesn't exist because it's killed everyone. We no longer exist. Well, that sure was interesting. Huh. Probably, well, I don't know. If we had more thruster fuel to get seated properly on the asteroid, maybe that wouldn't have happened. And in RP-1, there will be many, 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 many sounding rockets. Like 464 episodes worth. Alright, so I'm... We made lots of debris. No asteroid, no avionics, no problem. Well, of course, the one very quick thing I set out to do has taken way longer than we ever thought it would. You know, par for the course. Sorry. And it's gone. Okay. Zoom out. Yeah. Oh, hey, there's the rest. It went through the asteroid and the engine shut down. Very stable, no ignitions remaining, no fuel. It's just going to sit here in a chasing orbit. Oh, look at... Yeah. Nice. There we go. Alright. Now then. Stage in our engine. Yeah, let's just throttle it up. Oh, we can't throttle without avionics? Seriously? Alright, flight computer, let's do this. Throttle 100% burn for 1 Mach 39. No, that's not all of our fuel, is it? Because we got this little guy. Come on. 3 Mach 20. 3 Mach 20. Vapor and feed line shut down. Cancel. Son of a... Can't Ullage this engine either. What is Earth vanishes one day? If? What if? Yeah, that would be a game-ending event. The asteroid does need a name. Pain in the ass is already taken. Forget to put the S after 20 seconds. Tell it to hold target. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do us any good for ullaging the engine. We might have to do this the same way we did the HG3, just maybe we'll get dock first and then try to light the engine. I think that's our only option, so release. Back it up. Get on target. Right through the center mass, even though we're nowhere near the node, whatever. We're going to exact our nothing. Going to be a delicate maneuver. It is. We just have to let it dock, and hopefully the engine will stay stable. See, we're at very stable currently. You just need to stay that way. Oh, come on. Stay on target, buddy. Stay on target. You can do it. No. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Engine is still very stable. 3, 2. We're way off balance. Burn. Dang it. Yeah, this is not going to work the way I want it to. And if we ram it, we just bounce off. I tried that the first time docking with it. Very interesting. Alright. Take a quick save now that we've screwed this whole endeavor up. Alright, so one other thing I want to ask you, chat, while I have you here, after this quick save goes through. So, we can do an analyze avionics here. Analyze telemetry, sorry. But it just says from Earth's water. Does that mean this thing does not have its own biome and doing science on it isn't going to work? Oh, free pivot and wiggle it. Yeah, let's try that. Free pivot? No, because I can't... oh, wait. These controls still work. Alright, Mech Jeb maneuver executor for ignition should work. Mech Jeb cannot override... Oh, risky. Risky. Very stable. Oh, I've closed flight computer. Come on. Oh, dumb. Come on. Auto 100% burn. For 0 seconds. Yeah, okay. 3 mic, 20 seconds. We still very stable. Burn. Yeah. Alright, lock pivot. Hey, we are actually changing our speed. And we are lowering our apoapsis. What happened? What happened? Test flight? No, we're okay. Did it just vapor and surface sample by Kerbal works? Oh, okay. Well, that's excellent. Free pivot. Such a low TWR at lost ullage. Alright. Hey, it's got a resource listing. What should we name this asteroid after we wiggle our rocket 30 times. Node. Go, little guy, go! It is moving the orbit. Gargantua. Gargantua 1, like from Venture Brothers. GCH222 Boris. He will be so flattered. I guess if we don't lock the pivot and we keep this weird oscillation, it'll just, it'll keep going? Perhaps? I would like it to kind of face the node, but as long as we're doing something. We adjusting our inclination? No, does not look like we are. Doing this in the most inefficient manner possible. I like how the whole asteroid wiggles with us. As long as you don't start going prograde. Fair enough. Have you seen any of my episodes on YouTube, Scorpio? I am constantly doing what RSS-RO was not designed for. It is a very realism enterprise. Yep. But have you ever seen an asteroid torque like this? I can't believe it's actually doing something. That's ridiculous. And I mean, hey, maybe this is enough to put it within the safety margin. Maybe it's enough to rotate the asteroid. That's all we're actually going to do, is just rotate the dumb thing. I would have liked to circularize. This sort of shit isn't going to do it. I would like to make it so that it isn't going to get affected by the moon's gravity and slingshotted into Earth to kill a couple million people. Or create a tidal wave. Yeah, this is working way better than I thought it would. I really thought that we were going to see like no noticeable change in the apoapsis at all. But we can rotate our little asteroidy buddy a little bit. Cosmo saves the world. Just delay it for a little while. Three, 2, 1, flame out. There we go. So did we induce a spin? We did. I mean, kinda. But, you know. A spin nonetheless. No, I don't. I want my arm claw so I can lock the pivot. Otherwise, this is going to get real annoying real fast. Lock. Armageddon 2 Cosmo Boogaloo. Spinning it up also. Good luck on future dockings. Ah, but I do not have persistent rotation. And really, you just bump into it to dock. So, you know, there's that. What should we name this dumb thing? We got Gargantua. Does mass decrease when you drill it out? I don't know. I've never actually used the mining equipment, even in stock. If it does, man, that would be great. I'll just mine ore out of it and eject that ore little bit by little bit. Until it's, you know, like just a couple of tons. That would be interesting. Yeah, because it's got a mass figure and a resource figure. 83% resources. So if we just continuously drill the hell out of this thing, we'll get Like Boris. Take a Kerbal with a shovel. We'll just start shoveling dust over his shoulder. We'll make a ring around Earth. All right, let's get back to the Space Center. Finally. I want to see if the mining stuff here works. So, secure in the knowledge that the rock can be moved, we decided to jump out to a sandbox save because I do not yet have the mining equipment unlocked in my career playthrough. I was a little curious if it actually works with Realism Overhaul, at least for the stock equipment. So we built this exceptionally basic miner. We put 2 fuel tanks on it just to see if the ISRU would allow us to convert to stuff like liquid hydrogen, or maybe do more complex fuels like Aerozine 50 and nitrogen tetroxide, because that would be even better. Because those engines, I have engines for those fuels that don't have limited run times. So to get the fuel mixtures exact on the tanks, we'll just put 1 of each engine out here. We'll actually duplicate it over, get double the tank size before taking outside and performing a small test run out here on the runway. I do know that the ISRU and the drills take a lot of power, so we'll extend the solar panels and get the radiators out because apparently they generate some heat also before cutting into the runway. Now we were actually getting output on the drills. Apparently we're over like a 20% resource spot or something like that. But the ISRU will only convert to the stock propellants, I guess, of liquid fuel, oxidizer, and monoprop. Not the real fuels configurations that we have set up. So this plan is kind of on hold while I decide whether or not to go out and implement the real fuels ISRU or the real ISRU configs to see if we can modify the stock equipment to mine the fuels that we actually need, or if we're just going to try to go with some other approach to this asteroid entirely, because it's going to be way too expensive to push it with just the tech that we have now. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.